Monday morning after Gilman National. So after the races you always get a ton of time, whether it's just, I never sleep well that night, plus the travel, I got to fly, so it wasn't like a 24-hour travel, but you're still sitting on the plane, driving to and from the airport. Just get time to reflect and think about the weekend, and I'm pretty frustrated right now with how things have been going. I'm not doing badly, like but I don't feel like I'm progressing so much. So I'm trying to make some changes in my riding stuff, but also in my program. I feel like I come into the weekend and I'm disadvantaged from the start because I'm running a stock bike. It's got a pipe on it, but other than that, bog stock bike. Just little things like that, and then I'm not prepared because like Michaela's going to the race and driving down, which is awesome, and that's a change that we made, so I can ride more. But I've only got the one bike, so when she drives, I'm sitting at home and I can coach and I can make money, which helps us. But if I'm not training, it's sort of like I can't work on those things that I'm saying I need to be better at. So wanted to sort of show you guys a bit. I'm just going to go through this week what I do. But yeah, I want to try to make some changes this week. So today, Monday morning, I'm coming back from the airport. I'm going to head straight into MXRP. I haven't spoken to Dan or anything yet. And I want to talk to him about the bike that's blown up, that's sitting at his place at the moment. We've pretty well got all the parts for it. We're just waiting on a couple things, and he can start building it up. But because we've got this little break in the series, I want to ask if we can build a race bike. I don't have the funds to go crazy, but maybe some head work, and just talk to him about what we can do. Basically, I'm no mechanic, I don't really know what to do, but I want the thing to have some more torque. I want to be on the start line and feel like if I nail a start, I can whole shot. Not that if I nail a start, I can be top 5 to 8. And that's how I feel lately. It's like I nailed my second moto start out of the gate on the weekend, and I come in the corner, I think top 10, and that's just frustrating. Like I got beaten up the straight, and I'm not big on excuses like that. I feel like I always say, and my dad gets frustrated with it because I'm like, it's not the bike, it's me. And it is, like I've got a lot of improving to do. I'm not blaming the bike, but I just want to, for these last few rounds, really give myself the best shot. I'm in a position right now with not a whole lot of races, like away races, that I can use any spare bit of money that I get or any money that I work with to hopefully, put it towards like getting this bike a little bit better, and we'll have a race and a practice bike, and when I turn up to the race, I've got a bike that I feel competitive with, I can go fast on, I can, if I'm racing someone into a turn, I feel like I can pull that off. It's like whoever's got the biggest balls, I guess, to go into the turn, not whoever's bike's a little bit faster, which again, I sort of felt a little on the weekend. And hey, if I do that and then I still get beaten, it's all on me. But I just want to know if that is something, and I personally feel like it is. So I'm gonna head to Dan now, see what he says, and hopefully we can get this thing built up, because we've got about 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks or something until the next national at Toowoomba. Red, tacky, clay, hilly track, so fast bike will be good there. Okay, so back home now. Today's schedule is pretty relaxed, really. The idea of me being able to do this is to relax, rest a little bit in between things, so I'm not quite pinned 24/7. I can recover a little bit better. But I try to use the time pretty efficiently still, so just having a bit of food now, coffee, and I'm gonna watch the replay from the weekend. Just give us a bit of an idea of what the other boys were doing, because obviously when I'm out there I can't really watch them. I got my own ideas and how I felt, obviously, but it's always good to watch, because what you feel and what you see is can definitely be two different things. So I'm gonna do that, and then in about an hour or so I'm coaching this afternoon. So yeah, I've got about 3 days a week now that I'm hitting up the coaching to sort of help us do this, and that's been really good. So yeah, gonna get this done, try to make some notes, some stuff to talk to Luke about, stuff to work on during the week, and yeah, we'll see what we come up with. Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna use this, but I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm feeling, what I'm up to right now. So It's a week after Gilman. It's a Saturday. Tried to have a bit of a ride Thursday, and bike was that beat up when I pulled it out of the van after Michaela got home. And by the time I got out to the track and everything, after prepping everything up, it was just pretty late, and I only got a little bit in. Throttle felt a bit funny, but I was like, oh, I'll get a bit of a ride in. So I was a bit frustrated with that, but I needed to coach, so got some coaching done, made a little bit of money. I was like, well, from Saturday, I'll have everything good, I'll change tyres, I'll be sorted, ready to go, and I can just put in solid work from now till the next round. Got to the track today, did about a lap, and my throttle was sticking, and it was like feeling weird. Pulled it apart. The thing is just so much sand and grit and crap in there, and it frayed the throttle line. But I was like, oh, it's not too bad, I'll just deal with it. I'll just remember to shut off rather than let go of the throttle for the turns. Did about, yeah, lap and a half. Bike turned off and just wouldn't start again. I'm feeling so defeated right now. Hasn't been the best run of the season. Started the year not too bad. That happened P10, I think, or whatever it was. But yeah, I feel like I just haven't been able to ride this year and train, and I know there's so much that I've got to get better with, like technique wise. I say the same stuff every single round, and I'm so f***ing sick of talking about get your elbows up, get over the front more, all that, flatten the body out. Like, I know what I've got to do, but I've been riding this way forever, so for me to go and change that, it's a lot of reps. I've got to go to the track and do lap after lap after lap. That's the reason that Jet Lawrence and Aaron Tanti and all those guys are so good, because they worked on shit and they work on it all the time, and they've just done all the reps, and I just haven't done any reps. And then I'm trying to change stuff while I'm racing, and you just can't do that. You can try to think about it, but unless you've got a pit board in every second turn reminding you what to do, your brain's gonna go into race mode and just go back to how you ride. And yeah, it's just pissing me off right now, so I'm trying to think of what I can do to change things up a little bit. It's not, I want to change bikes and go to a Yamaha, to be completely honest. Not even because the bike's better. I like the Honda. Like, I wouldn't be on it again if I didn't like the Honda, but I think bike's just been beat up with the mud round after mud round after mud round, and after deep national and trying to train and whatever, and I've been on the one bike because I had two bikes break, so I've only had one. Yeah, and it's just all added up to what it is right now, which is I'm trying to ride that bike too much, and then stuff just keeps breaking, like that throttle cable. It's like, it doesn't seem like something big, but it's something that when I get to the track, I don't have a spare throttle cable. So the throttle cable breaks, I don't ride. And then whatever the hell else this issue is why it wouldn't start, is that throws it off as well. And it's just, that's another day down the drain, no training, or not properly training. No training really. Like, I'll go to the gym, but I'm not a CrossFit athlete, I'm not a freaking whatever, so I just need a ride. Yeah, you can obviously see it in me and hear it in me right now, and I'm probably just venting to this and not even going to put it anywhere, but yeah, it's got me beat. It's like, I don't want to go to the races right now, to be completely honest. It's not fun for me to go to the race and get 12th or 13th or 14th or 15th or whatever. That's, to me anymore, it's not fun. I'm not that guy. Like, if I got 15th and I felt like I rode unreal and it was really good and that's where I'm at, I can accept it and try to get better. But I'm not riding good, and there's no you guys on here are all so supportive, and I got so many good people around me. It's like, oh yeah, you were like, you still rode good, and it's like, I didn't ride good. It's just straight up, I just did not ride good at Gilman. Not one time did I ride good. I might have done a couple things in like a corner or a section where I'm like, oh, that was good. That's just not good enough. Yeah, so just wanted to let you know where my head's at. If I got to keep doing this, I'm not going to ride for very long, to be honest. But I'm not the sort of person, as you guys, if you follow this, that just gives up either, so it's not so much giving up, it's just that I'm not going to go out there and just ride around like that. So I've really just got to try to come up with some way, whether it's a new bike, whether it's a new Honda or a new other brand or something. I just need to be able to train. These guys I'm racing against are doing 4 solid days a week riding. At the moment, if you went from Wonthaggi or before Wonthaggi even until now and averaged out the amount of days per week that I've rode, one day, maybe 2 days per week. Yeah, 1 day, maybe 2 days per week. It's not enough. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Let's we'll move on.
Get warm. Still on. Where's the stretches? Touch your toes. I want to say that was for my benefit, but that's just you trying to hip hinge.
It was for your benefit.
It was for my benefit? What's that? Yay.
It's never happened before. Ran completely fine the other day, just...
When?
At Gympie, like until it didn't start, and I was like, it's just a fuse. It's got to be, because I changed a fuse and it was fine.
What was that?
It just backfired.
Yeah, I know.
It's just because like the fuel, there's something wrong with fuel, I reckon.
Dirt bikes are our favourite.
Right.
I said dirt bikes are our favourite. Really tucked up.
Oh.
Sorry, I was coming.
Must be an AM.
Bit of a hill.
Yeah.
So everyone knows I'm the cook in this household. We've got slow cooked pork on for dinner, all the remnants of that, poached eggs, mushrooms, tomato for brekkie. This is Joel's version of cooking.
Hydrolite.
What else have we got?
I got hydrolite.
Yep.
2 different flavours.
Oh, fancy.
And 9 cans of baked beans.
With legitimately 5 kilos of baked beans.
The chick thought, she's like, are they on special? And I was like, nah, just like baked beans.
Look at that.
Looks good.
Does, doesn't it?
Yep, I'll give it to you. Okay, so had a couple issues with the bike, just some electrical stuff. All the mud racing and stuff we've had is just so hard on the bikes. So just had a couple little things. So I had throttle cable go, had a fuse go. What else did we have?
The electrical and the wiring harness.
Yeah, the latest one, which is why the bike's here at MXRP. I just went to the track, spent all the effort, drove 2 hours to a track, got there, walked the track, and then went to start the bike, wouldn't go. So just couldn't figure it out. Just to sort of fire up but not go. So I bring it in here. Dan spent a little bit of time with it, found that there was actually a snap wire in the wire harness. So he's fixed all that up for us. We just picked it up this morning before we go ride, and we should be good to go again now.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. We've replaced just about everything now, so we should be fine. Alright, so made it out to Pup's place. Finally, we've got a bike, it's running. I started it this morning, so I know it's definitely running. About to head out on track now, but we got this fresh kit, so backyard designs. We wanted to mix it up. We always like to mix it up, so we're going the white to black this time. I'm pretty pumped on this one. Michaela actually designed this. She's gone with the privateer to pro colours, so we got the bit of yellow in it, grey, black, white. Yeah, I reckon she nailed it. Looks unreal. So keen to get out there and do a bit of riding. Like I was talking to you guys, so the aim is to be accountable with my technique, make sure it's dialed in, and that's going to be pretty well my focus every time I'm training. In between the races at the moment is just get that technique. So what I'm focusing on there, like I said, is just trying to get that bum up and back and then get my body flat, because I've got that sort of like real weak sort of sit back position in the turns a lot. So that's the focus, trying to get that thing dialed in, that technique dialed in, because I'm just weak in that. Like we'll overlay some footage in this just to show you guys what I'm talking about, like in the turns, how I get my head back and extend the arms. It's just a weak position. It's like a natural habit for me. It's what I do to feel comfortable, but it's weak. You lose traction on the front tire. When you lose traction on the front tire, you don't have the confidence to go fast around the turns. It's the same stuff I coach all the time, but for some reason, I don't do it myself. So yeah, we're gonna get in and have a good day. Okay, so also, something I'm testing out today, Joel from MXRP hooked us up with this little brake caliper protector, brake reservoir protector, because I wear through those when I'm gripping with my feet. I've worn through about 4 of them, and I think from Honda they're like $300 each or something, so I really need to sort that out. So I saw Jet and Hunter Lawrence actually run this big metal plate. So Joel's got a 3D printer, and he's just basically printed a few different versions of these for me to test. Looks pretty neat, slim, so I'll test that today, and then hopefully I can save myself a little bit of money. So cheers, Joel. I'm gonna ride here. I want you to film it and show me, please.
Okay, what am I getting?
I just want to practice the technique.
Okay. You look like Jet Lawrence. That just didn't get stuck, so I just nosedived the big triple. Did you crash or are you okay?
Did you get on video?
I would have. No, I heard it and I ran.
It did nothing. It was just like, because I was soaking the triple, so when you soak, the front drops, and I went to pull the throttle to drop it back down, and it just kept going. That's like over the bars on that, you would die. Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Probably wouldn't be racing this one.